Gonna take it slow. Take it slow. I'm loving you.
Good morning, y'all. I have been here since 7:30. Well, what we heard is it's going to be delayed. If you have Debbie Blair, thank you for joining so much. If you hear that it for sure isn't going to be on, there's a lot of us who don't know that yet. And I'm going to come on anyway. I got here early. I'm coming on. I've got a chapped spot on my lip that's not happy. Gosh, y'all, I'm tired. I'll be frank. I'm tired. I only got 2 hours sleep last night. Yeah, 2 hours. I'm not a happy girl. But I'm here. I am. Hey, we could always go to the Young Thud hearing. Are they on live today? Oh my gosh. Did y'all have a good weekend? I'm looking I'm looking for the live. Did y'all have a good day? I hope you did. I have been working on my thumbnail. Good morning, Paula MC. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome, welcome. And then see Morales. Hello, everybody. If they go live, we will. But in the meantime, I have been working on, and I think I'll share my screen. Y'all can watch me work my thumbnail for this trial. I need to get my camera up on the shop. Sorry, y'all, forgot about that. Got to make sure. Oh, y'all missed it on the members only live. Y'all missed it. You really did. We had the what is it? Why can't I share my I'll deal with it later. I had my first only members live, and you wouldn't believe what happened. I'm sitting here and we're just going, just having a good time. All is well. And then my son comes barging in, panicked. Our shop, I have a studio in the shop, and this person walked in with the lights off and everything, and it's like a hallway, and then what we sell here is right in front of you. And then when you're standing at the counter, there's a door to your right that says employee only. So what did he do? He freaking walked in the door, went around behind the counter, and started shopping. And we didn't know he was there because we're closed. But by fire code, we have to keep the door unlocked. Why is my browser blocking the screen? I cut him, and then did that guy come back? No, but then he decides he is going to walk back to where the restrooms are. Nothing back there, so he goes back in to where we have our product, and he's just shopping. Then he comes to the back of the shop, I'm like, and there's a hallway that is in the shape of an L, and there's offices off of that. My son's is the very back office. And my door's closed because I'm live. My son's gaming, and oh my gosh, I was floored. I didn't know this guy was here. No clue. And he ran into my son and goes, "Oh, uh, 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 are you open?" I was all like, my if I would have seen him, I have a lead shooter. It would have been in hand. Oh, that was crazy. Out and about with Diane. Welcome. Is this your first time? I don't recall. Oh, I know. What is it? A lot of people are having sleep issues lately. Do me a favor. If y'all see anything about court, let me know because I've got a lot of windows open. Yeah, right, Miss Kevin? Yep. Feel like you're raising a pack of dogs. But oh my gosh, y'all. I was like, no, this isn't going to work. I was like, oh. So I had to call the police. And yeah, and thanks to my mods for continuing the live. That was so awesome of you. Um, so if you wonder what I'm looking at, I am trying to download a lot more fonts for my Canva because I'm trying to find a font for this Sarah Boone trial because I'm making the thumbnail and I want to find something cool, something a little different. And I'm finding a lot of cool stuff, but I'm not finding well, that might work, what I want. So, if anybody sees anything about court, let me know. Let's see, court TV doesn't have anything. Does Law and Cry have anything? Nope. I don't see anything on them yet. So, y'all, if you see anything, just let me know. Please. I'm asking nicely. Let me know. Please. Please. Oh, you live here now? Oh, thank you. Karen, hi, how are you? Oh, I appreciate all of y'all. So I'm really trying to find something cool in the font. Ooh, no, no, I need, kind of like that. I'm just downloading everything I like at this point because, oh, definitely that. So I'm trying to make the thumbnail where it looks like a suitcase is zipping open, but I'm not wanting to use the real suitcase. I know a lot of people have the real suitcase in their thumbnails, but I have a little problem with that. And that is, well, there's a body in there. That to me, I just can't do that. I just can't. I can't use something that I know that there is a body in there. Just not what I can do. Sorry. I don't know what your idea on that is, but I refuse to do that. Um, oh, I had a glitch. I just don't think that is appropriate. I'm very self-cautious about that. Yes, we do love having all of you here. Yeah. Ohio Pom Mom. Hi, Pom Mom. Well, for those of you who are not members, please become members. We've got some special things there for you. What we're doing is there is a back door, and I'm going to put a twisty lock, a thumb lock on it, so we can do that, and then we'll be fine. I'll be doing that later this afternoon. Yes, I know how to do all of that. Congratulations. Let's do that. I'm going to go look you up. Is what is Out and About with Diane? Is that the name of your page? Yeah, right. Well, I'm a firefighter, so it's kind of hard for me to say that and get away with it. But definitely understand. But at the same time, it is for our security or safety. But I absolutely am going to take care of it. I'm going to take care of it. So, Diane, what is your webpage about? I want to go visit it because I always like supporting other people. I do. There's some cool fonts out there, but not what I'm looking for. I want to find something metallic-y, but I'm finding all other kind of cool stuff. I didn't know there were so many pages of fonts. Okay, I'm getting into crazy stuff, so let me go to the style. Fonts. Can I search? Search metallic. I don't know how to. Yeah. So, I had some interesting thoughts, and I'm working on it, and I don't know if I want to do a live on that. But one of the things I really, really, well, I haven't shared with y'all. I took some courses a while back in body language and that kind of stuff. And well, I started really watching um, Brian Higgins again, his testimony. And I started breaking that down. Oh my gosh, y'all. There's so much I could share with you. And I found one that'll work. Hallelujah. 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 I found one that worked. Yay, y'all. Okay. Okay, Miss Kevin. Ohio Palma, you're going to see me freak out a little bit. Just saying. It was a very interesting momento. Very interesting moment. Um, yeah, I having somebody just walk in your store at like 9 o'clock. I think it was 9:30 at night, and just look like they're going to help themselves. I'm like, what? Okay, so we got a lot of people waiting for the Sarah Boone. So I'm gonna leave this one up and mute it, and that way I can see what's going on. I got you guys. Oh, yeah, everything's gonna be fine with them. It will. Okay, but I gotta figure out how do I y'all, I'm learning. I wanna see if I can share my screen with you. I think that would be fun for you guys to watch my creative process. God help you. Mm. Okay, I got that. We'll share. Oh, I gotta embiggen to get it there. Add to stage and make me a servant, faithful and true. Okay, so y'all can watch me, kind of get an idea to what I'm doing. I'm not used to having it. I'm used to having it more like that. I think I like that. So this is what I'm doing, y'all. I am trying. Well, the only other way we could do it is have one of those push bars, and that means we would have to replace the entire door, and the door plus the lock and all of that is thousand something dollars. So we will be reaching out, but in the meantime, yep, that's what we doing. I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna open up downloads. Iron Man more fun. Okay, how? Let's see if that's in my library. It's not. Okay, I got to figure out how to do that. So I'm trying to find a font that would look good for this particular thing. Mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Let me do this. Well, because we have two doors. I know, guys. It. What can I say? What can I say? I have to. Uh, while I'm just talking, I'm going to put a little something in the background. You're right, and I will be taking care of that. Sometimes it's easier and cheaper to do it yourself. So I'm going to put a thumb lock on it and be done. There we go. Let's see if I can find a color. I think white. No, that's not what I need. I'm trying to figure out what I want for this suitcase. So what you can see, I'm going to have the title here, and then I'm going to have the victim's picture and all that over here. So, yep. Yeah. You know, I think it would be cool to live on the road, but I think at some point it would be cool. Ooh, maybe I like that better. I need, ooh, I need to embiggen and move it. Effects. So I love doing this stuff. I really do. Mm. So I was talking about the um, Karen Reed trial, and I was talking about potential information. I started noticing a pattern of speaking that he had, and I really, really, oh, there we go, want to do a breakdown on that. So I think I will. I just need to figure out when I'm going to do that. But I want to do it prior, especially if they go back to trial. I'm going to do a whole series on it. How's that looking, y'all? I don't know what you think. Tell me what you think about this. Give me ideas. You like it? You don't like it? I will eventually change this font. I have one, but I have to figure out how to download it and put it into the Canvas suite. Mm. Good morning, Josh. Thank you for joining. We are waiting to see if they're going to have trial. In the meantime, y'all get to watch me make a thumbnail. I hope you're okay with that. I appreciate you coming in. I do. I do. So I'm making my thumbnail for this trial. And wow, this guy's eyes. Wow, 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 wow. Look at him. His eyes are pretty intense. I need to do this. Oh, I'll be back, guys. I have to turn on my shop lights. So it'll only literally take me a minute. Be back. Okay. Eyes are back. I told you it was only going to take a minute. I told you. I told you. So anyway, um, it's the one word soup. Oh, I know. I got to put it together. Yeah, I pulled it apart for the font, and then because I wanted to see. But you're right. I am going to play either with like this or all caps. So I'm not sure yet, but I'll go back to that. Thank you, Josh. You're so awesome. You're so awesome. Hi, Lefty. How are you? How are y'all all doing? We're waiting. We're waiting. In the meantime, you guys get to see me play around and design this image. Um, and someone did ask me, how did I make my thumbnails? And so um, I'm showing that. I'm showing you how I do it. Hi, Tracy. So we are waiting for this to begin. Okay. Back. Okay. Now I want to image enhancer. Yes, this is the victim. Oh, nope. That's not what I want. I want him. Go back. Upscale image. Let's do 4. Um, he has a criminal record, but I think he was 5 foot odd. Hi, baby girl. And 110, 20 pounds. Mm. I know when they come in. So he was not a very tall man, big man. Um, I know, baby. I'll get you in a minute. The kitty is asking food. I know, baby girl. Oh, didn't want to do that. Y'all, oh, come here. my baby girl. Oh, I live in a special area. When winter is over, I'll be able to film more. Yes, exactly. Exactly. You're right. I see it. I haven't done spell check yet. For you guys who don't know, I am severely dyslexic. And so before I put anything to final, run everything through spell check. I guess you hungry. Are we hungry? She's like, I'm out. You guys are awesome. Well, I think it started off as like a game, and didn't go very well, did it? Did not go very well. I'm going to pull this aside and I can send him back. Oh, no, don't. I want to send that back. I got a ton of layers in here. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Y'all, y'all, y'all. You have no idea. Why can't I see layers? I want I'm fairly new to this. Oh, well, I'm gonna send. I need to send that. I can't. Okay, put that back. Get it just right. There we go. We all need a little help from a friend. So I was talking about the Karen Reed trial. The cat said, okay, if you're not going to feed me, I'm going to play the Karen Reed trial. And we don't know what's going to happen with that, of course. And so that's what I should have done. Move that. Oh, copy. Send him back. So, what is his name? Higgins. So I'm going to be doing a special thing with Higgins soon. A special kind of live on him and his deceit, because he had a lot of lies, y'all. And the way he talks and everything he says is very indicative of that. And so I'm going to do a live and share my thoughts on Higgins, because I firmly believe Higgins is a big part of what happened, and he knows what happened. Why don't I, instead of doing all this, why don't I just bring this forward? Bring this all the way forward. I can't. I'm going to send this back. There is a lot of work on these. This isn't easy. So, what do y'all think about Brian Higgins and the Karen Reed trial? Do you think he actually did it? Yo, I have so many. Oh, why didn't I just do this earlier? I'm not quite awake yet, so forgive me. Yep, I agree. I agree 100%. 100%. I don't need you. I don't need you. I need him. Control copy. Come back over here. Control V. Put him over here. And then take that control copy and Control V. There we go. Gosh. Well, the way I see it is he may not have actually done it, but this man, he definitely knows who did because he absolutely, absolutely, I'm hearing beeps, um, is not being honest by his language. He's not being honest by his language at all. That's what I needed to do. So in the realm of things for me, I think that he is definitely hiding something, and I'm not happy about it at all. I think that he knows a whole lot more than he's letting on. A whole lot more than he's letting on. I can't do that. Shoot. Never mind. I'll put something else there. Yeah. He's definitely a part of this. Oh, I know what I'll do. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Let me get him. Rotate it. Tell me if y'all think this is too gross, too much. Y'all probably say no. Put that over there. Put him here. Do you think I should keep him tilted sideways or should I have him vertical, kind of like that? What do y'all think? What do you think? I play around with it a lot. I move them around a lot, try and find what because I could really just do this and have him peeking out. Peeking out. I can have him peeking out like that. So let's go. Okay. I'm going to find a circle. Create. See if I can edit this into that material. Nope, it won't let me. Darn it. Never mind. I think they had the fight and the dog attacked. He hit his head and was knocked out and moved his body. I think they hit him in the head with something directly from the workout room. In my humble opinion. But Josh Hitchens, so it postponed. Y'all need to, because I can't. We'll see. So for me, design. Let me get back over here. Elements, shapes. This again. I really think that that whatever happened in the basement, and I think whatever happened, everybody knew about it from the beginning. Let's see if this matches. I'm trying to get the threads to match up. Oh, do they match? Almost. They're too small. Put that there. Bring that forward. This kitty is meowing and driving me crazy. She's hungry. I love this kitty. Man, she drives me crazy being hungry. I'm trying to find the right size of this to match up with and it'll get there. Okay, let's do this. See, this is what happens. This is how we do it. We have to really play around. Mods, any of my mods that are on, will you do me a favor? Kind of keep an eye out for what's happening. Do you know what? I think that's the size I need. And I'm going to see if I can line up. Then let's see. Ooh, that's close. Look at that. I'm getting good. So I'm going to come down and bring it here. I'm going to bring this forward. And then now I need to bring, shoot. This is going to be a hard one to do, y'all. It's going to be a hard one to do. This is going to take a lot of finesse and a lot of manipulating. That's not what I wanted. Control V. A lot of finesse and manipulation. What the heck just happened? Undo? Really? A lot of finesse and manipulation. And then take this and bring it forward. This kitten's driving me crazy, y'all. Bring to front. I'll be right back. I got to get this kitten food. Otherwise, she is going to drive me freaking bananas. Love her, but she's driving me bananas. I'll be right back. Take long, did it? That didn't take long. So what do you think, guys, about this? The problem I'm having is that white part in the zipper. So that means, oh gosh, I'm going to take his head out, put it over here, and bring all of these to the front. Bring forward to front. Then I'm going to have to bring the next one to front. It. There it is. That's the one I want. People do not realize how much work this is. It's a lot of work to create these. A lot of work. Babies do come first, y'all. We agree on that. Someone was asking who did my thumbnails, and I said, I do them myself, thank you. And it's not easy. Okay, that one's here. So then the next one. All right, guys, I got a customer. Yep, I'll be right back. Be right back. waiting for me. My ankles are swollen this morning, and I don't swell. That's weird. Okay, so let's talk about the Sarah Boone case. What y'all think about her? What's going on with her? What is your humble opinions about this woman? What did she have? 8 different attorneys? 8 different attorneys. Y'all. That's freaking insane. Freaking insane. Okay, so I gave you food and you're still not having it. So how are y'all enjoying watching me make this mess? Y'all having fun watching me make this mess? I know everybody's kind of waiting on it. Everybody's waiting. Bring to front. Okay, now here's his picture. Oh crap. Well, I'll go here. Get his picture. That control. What, baby? You have everything you need. Enough, my dear. Oh, poor kitten. What? What? You want up? Is this what you want? You need to be here with me? Okay. What do you think? Oh, you see yourself in the phone. Oh my God, she sees herself. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She wants to attack herself. What? What is it that you see? No, it was right here. Oh, no. No, ma'am. Oh, bye. You're not drinking my coffee. Let me copy him. I'm going to delete all this. I have never done anything in Canva this complex with the way they do. I'm usually a Photoshop girl, so I'm trying to learn Canva. And I need, where do I find my layers? File. What's this? She's in here playing. Where are my layers? My layers. Oh, there. Anybody good with this app? Like I said, I'm learning it. Oh no. I'm looking for the layers section. Okay. Add guides. Oh yay. Okay. Add guides. Okay, that's good. Here. Layers. I need layers. Okay, direct flow or didn't see any cancellations as originally assumed by Dan. So the assumption is this happened because that wasn't streamed. She just said, "Oh, you kidding me? Are you kidding me?" That Oh, that makes me mad. They have filmed everything else. They have done everything else. And you're telling me I'm getting mad. This is going to anger me, and you don't want to anger me this time of morning. When I got up 2 hours early, 2 hours early for that? No. No. What? Okay, guys, how do y'all feel? I'm speechless. Why would you sit here and not show court? Josh, thank you so much. Why would you not show this? You've shown everything else. Oh, this pisses me off. It really does, y'all. That makes me mad. That makes me mad. That makes me mad. Really makes me mad. That makes me mad. What do y'all think? Humbly, what does that make you feel? I'm dang. Okay, we're going to stay on a little longer just in case there's some kind of documentation or something that is going to help us, I guess, for the lack of a better word. So frustrating. And I'm working on something frustrating. This is not easy to work on, y'all. I'll be honest with you. I guess we could have it kind of Jeez. How do y'all feel about this? Seriously, how do y'all feel about this? This kind of feels a little frustrating. I would be shocked. Okay, all you design guys out there, what I'm having a trouble with, and maybe I can figure this out, is putting, see, I'm trying to put him skip it, just make it small. Oh, duh. Why don't I just change the color? I have a degree in computer support if you ever need help. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you so much. The only thing I'm having is trying to get rid of all this and hide him. But I think I'll just leave that green and maybe make this a little smaller. See, I can't manipulate the zipper angles, so I'm trying to figure that out. But I'll get it. God, I hope they have the hearing. We have a lot of people waiting. An idea. I need the color of his shirt. Here. I am trying to wake up, guys. This has been a long morning for me, and I'm usually a little better at this, so I apologize if I'm not being better. I'm going to send this back one. Send back. Nope, didn't work. Probably not the best time for me to be doing this, honestly, because I'm tired. So everybody, tell me what you did this weekend. I want to know. What did y'all do this weekend? What did you do this weekend? Do we have anybody want to hop on and talk with me? Anybody want to show their face? I'd gladly have you come on. We'll chat. We'll have fun. Gotta do something, y'all. Gotta do something. The Eva. Let's talk about that little girl. Eva is the daughter of the slain victim in the ballerina trial, Black Swan. Boy, child, she's got some issues. She's got she has a court case against her. Well, she's suing somebody else because somebody, and it has to do with her brand. She's got a clothing design company that she's highly involved in, and something's going on with that, and she is fighting that lawsuit now. So she's gone from her father's lawsuit into this lawsuit, which is a lot for her. I want to move this out of the way so we can get this. So this young lady is now in another lawsuit that she's fighting against, and it's been difficult for her. I understand. I get it. But such is life. Such is life. So y'all don't know anything about that. So do y'all like this blue, or do you think I should just keep the I have an idea. Okay, I'm going to fix this zipper and get it more aligned. There we go. I have an idea. I have an idea. I love it when I have an idea. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to copy him. Put it in there. And then make it. Taking the doggy to doggy daycare. Aww. We like doggy daycare. How does that look, y'all? Does that look better? Almost look like he's got a shirt on, but he doesn't. What do you think? I'm going to look at his original shirt. Yeah, there is. Oh, good. So I think what I'll do is use that instead of this. So let me get all this dealt with. How about that? How about them apples? I'm going to take this and delete, put this in it, and see. Oh, there it is. So then I just got rid of it. Sometimes we got to work smarter, not harder. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh, this is going to be awesome. Let me jump the quality. Okay. Andrea Ronnie updates Sarah Boone according to Broken Baker just minutes ago. Now it has just been delayed. So apparently there is still hope for a stream. Yahoo! All right. It's fine. I apologize to all those who are watching that we're having to wait, but I think we're having fun trying to figure out how to get him popping out of this zipper. I'm trying very hard. I got to change the color a little bit. Got to get him just behind. We'll just big it. I don't want to make it any bigger. Really don't. Okay, so now I got to go to colors. Design layers. Position. That color. Boom. There. Yep. Guys, one thing I love about this program, the more you use it, the more that doesn't work though. Snack it. I think I like the lighter one better. It doesn't match exactly, but that's okay. That's okay. We're not going to mess with it. That's good enough. Oh, Josie! I don't know what I just did, but dang it. I can spin forever. I might put something in here. I might do that. We're good. I'm one of these who will sit here and work it to death because, well, I'm a perfectionist. I think I can get away with turning. I like that angle better. And that gives me more room. So now where do I put her? That's the question. I think I'm going to put her in black and white behind him. What do you think about that, y'all? What do you think about that? Who just popped me? Hi! You want to hop on stage? Hey, let me get. I should have you be doing this. There we go.
Hi, everybody.
Good morning, girl. I am so pissed
Morning.
off about all this. It
Okay,
is
so you're
driving me crazy.
You're gonna have to update me because I'm on the West Coast and it's still before 8 a.m. But I woke up and you were working on this, and I'm like, is that George popping out of a suitcase? I was like just waking up, and I opened up my laptop, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's what it is.
Well, I have a problem. I have a problem with everybody that is using the real suitcase because his actual body is in it.
That is a really good point. So, in terms of dignity for the family, that is something that I don't think everybody thinks about. So,
Yeah.
thank you.
So
So anyway, I'm hearing that there are delays, and because I am obviously just catching up on everything, you're gonna have to catch me up. Good morning, C. Morales.
I've been here since 7 o'clock my time. That's 2 hours and 41 minutes. And I had 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah, that's 5 o'clock my time. That's awful. Oh gosh. So is it because of weather that they're having issues, or
Yes.
what's going?
I think so. And yeah. So back upscale.
I see.
I am, and I said, well, I have had a lot of people ask me, how do I create my designs? And I thought, well, a good filler is they can see my process.
That is a good filler. And of course, I don't know this stuff because I just came on board. So I'm just kind of watching the process. So it's kind of good to see you do this stuff. Kind of,
Well, I've been a Photoshop professional since Photoshop was conceived. I had good morning, everybody. I had the very first Photoshop, like seriously. I had the beta version. And then, I don't know if you heard that, but that felt good. And then I was all like, oh crap, really? And then back then we only paid $100 once a year for the update and you got a disc. Well, now you have to pay monthly. And I'm like, dude, I have put so much investment in your business since the year you came out. I should not have to pay monthly.
I remember when you used to buy software and it was like a one-time buy. Do you remember those days? Those days were wonderful. I remember updates never used to push out, but it still was great.
I know. That's great.
I'm sure that you've given them an obscene amount of money, Ada, since I don't even want to think of how much money that has been.
Hey, do me a favor. Google, when did Adobe Photoshop come out?
I'm going to go and do that. I was just letting in my dogs because every time I start talking to something, they're just like, woman, what are you talking to? It just can't, they're just talking at nothing.
What, baby? I know they're not here yet. You've got water, you got food. You're done.
See, your four-leggeds are also doing the same thing.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, I'm so over this. What do y'all think about that one?
Oh, that's good. I like that with her kind of watermarked in the background. Is that how you, is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just want to put, I want to say the right thing because I am talking to somebody who actually knows what she's talking about.
Shoot. That may not work. Let me go to position. Click this and this and this.
So Photoshop 1.0 was officially released in February 1990.
Yep.
Yeah, that's and then I was just looking at the article I pulled up, and it was saying that it was 25 years in the making, and it was really revolutionary when it came out. So I do not doubt it. So
It really was.
nothing,
And
nothing like it.
no, there wasn't anything like it. And I was one of the first digital photographers, and it was awesome. It was awesome, and I was able to get into the beta testing, and I was able to do all of that. However,
I wasn't able to figure out when the beta testing happened because every time I put in
it
beta
was
testing,
about
it
a year
just pulled
before.
me up with the latest version. So you would have been in before February 1990.
Oh, it was like 89, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
89.
So
What do y'all think about that?
Man, that's great. I saw Ronnie updating all of our information this morning.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yep, okay, time to wake up. If Ronnie's here, good morning, Ronnie. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning to you. Morning. I am deliriously this morning woken up. I'm not kidding. I'm like,
What did
but
you do this
anyway.
weekend, Ada?
Oh my God, what didn't I do? Well, we had the members only. Well, Saturday morning, I went to a Glow International. And then afternoon, I took a little couple-hour break. And then we did the Saturday Night Live for members only, which was creepy. We talked about that.
Yes,
And
we do. We
and
need to talk about that again, actually.
huh?
I was just about to say we need to talk about that again because I was thinking about it later on, and I was like, I was talking about how comfortable jammies are, and you're like, yeah, but I'm not in my house. Like, I'm in my son's store, so no comfortable clothes for me. But imagine if you did have pajamas, and you're like, pajama day, and that guy was like gonna walk into the store. That would have just been not a great day. You know,
I still couldn't believe that idiot did that. I was all like, dude, if I show you Broken Baker raid, did he what?
Hey,
Hi,
everybody.
Baker Raiders. So this guy comes into our business, and we're like, dude, what the hell? In the middle of the night, literally in the middle of the freaking night, he comes into the shop, and all the lights are off. We do have to keep the door open because of fire code, unlocked. But all the lights are off. There's an employee door. He goes, I mean, it was just like,
And we are doing our members only live stream while this is all happening. And Ada looks down and we're talking about some other stuff. She's like, what? What's that? She's like, no. Everybody keep going. I need to go check something. So it was a weird first members live. But that's what you get when you come here. So we always have interesting stuff.
yeah, I was like, in today's day and age where everybody carries a lead shooter, why on God's green earth would you even attempt to come in here? Oh, should I take one eye or do both eyes? Both eyes?
I like both eyes with her because you can see the duplicity.
Okay. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, this strange guy off the street with all the lights off in our business. Now, our business is like a rectangle, and we have, once you come through the employee door, it's like an L-shaped hallway, and there's a bunch of offices off of that hallway. And I was like, what the hell? I mean, my door was shut because I was like, but my son's office, who's the last office, was just gaming. And this guy is standing there. Are you open? It scared the shites out of all of us. And if I had seen him, I have a pew pew right here. Because a lot of times I'm here alone. And I would be like, that would have been drawn. I wouldn't necessarily, used it, but it definitely would have been drawn. That is just too crazy, y'all.
Yeah. So, welcome to everybody who joined us. Thank you to the Broken
welcome.
Baker,
Appreciate
right?
y'all. Oh my God, 202 people? Holy
Yeah.
crap! No way! No way!
So
Oh my
we're
God!
telling our fun. We're telling our fun first live members only story to an audience of a lot of people, but yes, thank you everybody for joining us. So
I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Hey guys. Okay, since you guys are on, please don't be offended. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. I got to do it. I got several things. If you are a creator out there, I need your help. Here we go. Well, guys, it's that time. We need a logo, we need merch, and a website. So I decided to have a competition. The person who creates the winning logo will get a t-shirt, hat, and a $50 gift card. And the logo will be featured on everything that we have: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, the website, my email, all the merch. So if you're interested, deadline's August 15th. The winner will be announced on the 1st of September. Thank you so much and good luck. Yeah. What do you think, y'all? We need a logo. We need a logo. Big time. Share some love.
Anyone who's artistic out there feels like they need to flex those artistic muscles. We would like to show off your talent.
One way you can enter is we have a Discord group. Do you know where that is?
Yeah, I will
pop that up.
We'll pop it up. Yeah.
Yep. Yippers. So right now, guys, I am still working on this. I gotta put that up above her. I can't. Oh, snap it. Can I lock all these? I want to lock all these. Move them. Thank you. And I need to group these. I love this program, y'all, and it's fun. It's fun. Absolutely love it. So please join our Discord server. I don't see the link. Did you
Oh, I
post
had
the
put
link?
it up just above that. Did that come through?
No. Oh, there it is. Yes, it did. It did. It did. It did. It did. Thank you so very much, y'all.
All right. So, yes, broken bakers. Is that what they call you? I'm so sorry. I'm not.
Yep. Broken
Yeah,
Baker.
broken baker. Baker raid. What were y'all doing this morning? Was it that they didn't want to wait for the delay? Thank you so much for joining us. We're really happy that you wanted to wait with us.
Y'all are awesome. I will tell you that I appreciate Broken Baker so very much. I I'm fairly new at this, and he was awesome, and he really, really did help me um, get to my 1,000 viewers. I needed 1,000 to get monetized, and because of him and his assistance, whoop, whoop, we're monetized, y'all. We made it. He is so awesome. Adore him. Adore him. And then I wonder, wait a minute. I have an idea. But he was so kind. So kind. And I could not in any way. Nope, I can't. I could not have done it without him. He is so awesome. He's so awesome. And I appreciate him so very much. And I look forward to getting to know him better. Just a Jedi. Hi. Oh, guys, something else is going on. I have a
Oh,
I have a giveaway. Y'all, I have a giveaway. Here we go. July has been an amazing month. And to end the month, we're doing a subscription campaign. And if you want to win a free Starbucks tumbler, just click the subscribe button. That's it. It's easy. Then leave in the comments, I sub, so we can get you in the drawing. The winner will be announced July 31st. Good luck, everyone, and thank you for subscribing. And please understand, if you subscribe, I know it said July. I'm extending it. I am extending the invitation. So if y'all, for the rest of this week, I'll change the recording. But for the rest of the week, come here, kitty, kitty. Is this what you want? Come on. So for the rest of the week, I will extend the invitation. So all you have to do is put I sub if you subbed in the month of July through the end of the week. Yeah, it is August, but I decided to just bless a little longer because honestly, I didn't start it until later. So I thought, but I'll redo that today. Right now,
it's a
I'm working
baker's
on it.
month. It's like a baker's dozen. It's just got extra on it.
So all of y'all who are subbing, just go ahead and put I sub, and you will be entered into the drawing.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes,
And
and
thank
guys, I
you for giving
really do
that.
enjoy blessing people. I do. Oh, coming up.
Yeah, so this weekend, I decided after our members only, I was going to wake up and mow the lawn because things still need to get done. You know, all those things.
Mow the lawn.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I was busy doing just like laundry and lawn and fun stuff. That's all I was doing yesterday.
Yeah. Wow. So Sunday. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
So yesterday. Oh my gosh, y'all! You want to talk about frustrating? I didn't get much sleep between Saturday and Sunday because every time I went to sleep, I had a nightmare that people were coming into the shop, and I'm in a what's the word I'm looking for? Can't say the word.
Really comfortable
A lead
PJs.
shooter competition with them.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Huh?
Oh, that makes more sense. More sense than really comfortable PJs.
I was like having these horrible dreams that I'm in this. Uh-oh. I'm in this horrible dream that I'm in this lead shooter competition. And I'm all like,
falling.
huh?
It's like those dreams where you're falling.
Oh, those are horrible. And
Yeah.
so get down, get out of here, cat. So I have to tell you, I was not in the best of moods Saturday morning, and I woke up and we had to. So I had very little sleep, and I needed to take my daughter to her college because in her college, in the summers, they put you in a summer dorm. Put you in a summer dorm. I'm like, okay, that's great. And then we have to move out of the summer dorm back into her original freaking dorm. I'm like, why do I have to do that? Why?
So the wheels of bureaucracy can turn, and so U-Haul can get things rented.
Oh, no, dear. There's no U-Haul at all.
Yes, you're in Texas, so I'm sure you have trucks.
No, we have to get. Do you know when you watch jail movies, prison shows, and in the laundry, they have those big laundry carts?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like the
Yeah.
huge delivery. Yeah.
So you get one of those and you fill it with everything you can. And if you don't have a car, you walk it 1.5 to 2 miles across the campus. Now, my son went up the first time to move her from her normal dorm to the summer dorm, and they had his car, so they just take it from the 3rd floor to his car, take the cart back, leave it in the room so someone else doesn't take it. Then you go to the new dorm and get another cart, and then you unload everything out of the cart into the cart. Then you go up into her room, and then it's this back and forth. Well, myself and my daughter and her boyfriend went yesterday, and we had her moved in 2 trips. They took 5 or 6 trips themselves because they didn't have the multiple vehicles. And mine's a big vehicle. My son's is a sedan. So long story short, I drove for 2.5 hours to a college, moved my daughter back into her normal dorm, and drove 2.5 hours home through a rainstorm. And
Dear Lord.
awesome. Yeah, dear Lord, it was. I was like, what the?
So Camilla Mosley says court
dorm rooms. So got a freshly painted dorm room.
Well, I'm glad that it's freshly painted. And I never went to university, so I don't understand the ins and outs of moving in and out of dorm rooms. I never had to do that. Holy crow. Yeah.
This is missing something, guys. I need to put something here. It's missing something.
It's missing a certain something that the bakers can add. And so I know that we're getting ready to start up court, guys. So if you guys are going to go back to yes, Camilla Mosley had just said about 3 minutes ago that court is about to start. I think Ronnie is going to tell us, or we will go find it. But if you guys do go back to a Broken Baker stream, we were really happy that you came to visit us. And thanks for coming to hear about our shenanigans with police coming to help with our members only. Maybe we'll have police for the next one.
But guys, we did launch a membership. I'm going to run that real quick while we look for court. Oh my God, y'all, we did it. I can't believe it. We actually did it. Exciting news. Memberships have launched. Memberships are a great way to financially support this channel. Starting at the juror level of membership, we will be hosting members-only lives. Also, at the judge level, we will be having VIP events. We hope you will enjoy sporting the membership badges and soon to come exclusive emojis. Thank you for watching and supporting the stream and my dream to provide accessibility to the deaf and hard of hearing. Okay, we back. We are looking. I am. Oh, the tattoo punch trial's live and also the long gun. So we'll go to another trial after this. But in the meantime, we are going to be looking. I got to embiggen it. Sorry, guys. I left my glasses at home. Does Court TV have anything yet? I don't see anything on Court. Let's look for long crime. But everybody who hawked over from Broken Baker, thank you so very much. I appreciate y'all hopping on, and I appreciate everybody just, jumping from person to person. That's awesome. We are here for it. I don't see anything posting yet as far as a court feed. So as soon as we get a court feed, we'll hop on. So I'm going to keep working on this. I just got to figure out how to get to where I want to get. Oh, so I think I want this in black. Bold black. So this case is intriguing to me because I watched the video just the other day about, do you know that little video? It's about 2 minutes. Are you okay? Do you know the video about 2 minutes of it that where she has him in the actual suitcase and he's saying he can't breathe and she's saying, oh, yes, you can. And now, she's just being a total witch.
Oh, yeah. No, I
Yeah.
find it so eerie. Jules has a different reaction to it. However, I find Jules's reaction, my reaction to Jules's reaction is hilarious.
Well, where is Miss Jules?
Yeah, is Jules supposed to be joining us?
I never know. I can invite her. I can definitely invite her. I will invite Miss Jules. But it's intriguing to me that does anybody know how long it took for him to pass on? Do they even know how long it took for him to pass? How long did she stay in that state with him? Do we even know? Because that is horrid.
Yeah, I can't even believe that she could stay in the same room as him and like video him. So I am but you know what, me and the criminal mind sometimes don't jive, so sometimes I can get it, sometimes
Well, I just really struggle with I have two fears. Well, one is suffocation. That's one of my own. There's other ways. People say, "Well, fire." Well, you
suffocate.
pass on in life from suffocation. Oh, Louis Cox, thank you, new member. Woohoo! Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Yay. What? Camilla? I'm watching TV.
Yeah.
Court TV announced it. Court already finished? Was it streamed? You're crapping me. 11 hours? That's not an accident. Oh,
Josh is saying court is still delayed. Court TV is until live stream from court today.
oh, okay, good.
Mhm.
Oh, I was about ready to have a court.
I was about to say, are you kidding me? Because how did we? It's been 5 to 10 minutes. How did we blink and miss it?
Yeah, how did we miss that one?
Mm.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
But Jedi Jess says he was in there 11 hours. That is ridiculous. And my things are like, as you said, suffocation, enclosed spaces. Number 2, just
that is just freaking insane. I don't need to put her name on here, do I? I'm not
I
finding.
think she's infamous. I think her face is infamous at this point.
I need another element. I'm thinking about it. Holly Mac, welcome. Yay, and Marie K. C.A. Marie Cal, I guess.
Is from Canada, I believe.
Canada? Okay.
I think that's the Canada, but maybe that's just me thinking Canada.
Well, hey, yeah. Haley Mouse. Oh my gosh, everybody. Thank you guys all for joining. You guys are awesome.
Yes.
Maybe a suitcase. So well, we talked about that, and let's talk about that again.
Yes.
From Canada. Yay. All right. Yeah. I tried to find a suitcase that would work, but I couldn't. I will not use the image of the suitcase that everybody else is using. The reason why, because his body is in it. That suitcase is an image of his with him in it. And I guess as a first responder and a chaplain, I don't want to put anything out there that will, what's the word I'm looking for? That would be traumatizing to the family. And I don't think it's right for me to put anything out there with his remains in it, honestly. I really don't. I'm just very self-conscious about doing that. I don't want to do that. And that's my own humble opinion.
Makes sense to me.
When they arrive, it was not intentional, as if to make her innocent. No, that's all. Y'all, that woman, how could you, is she claiming she was drunk? See, okay, for those who don't know me, I purposefully have kept myself out of a lot of trials because I want to go into this like an alternate juror. I don't want to have a ton of information, but with this, it's been a kind of hot minute and difficult. Oh, puppers. So, anything else that's infamous that I should maybe, anything else that I can put? I mean, I could put the scales of justice down in the corner since she's representing herself.
That or a muffled speech bubble. Jeez.
A what?
Muffled speech bubble. All I can hear is Sarah. Like, I hate to say it, but it's just muffled sound and Sarah. And it might, you know what? I think maybe the simplicity and the 3 elements of what you have now, well, it's actually 4 elements because it's suitcase, George, Sarah, and then
I think
title, right?
I'm not wondering if, well, I'm not wondering if I should turn this blue section here black. It just something's off with it, and it's making me a little uncomfortable. So let me
You know
grab
what?
this, see if I turn
If
it
you
black.
made that webbing black or even like a graphite gray, because like the liners for suitcases a lot of the time are gray. I have
Good
no
point.
clue why.
Good point. Well, I don't have a gray suitcase, my dear.
Yeah, see that. That is a color for a
All my
suitcase.
different triangles. So I'm going to delete those and make one big one. I'm going to delete those. I'm going to delete them entirely. And now I'm going to come back and add one. Now I know what the hell I'm doing. Triangle. Oh, not that one. But my thing is that we elements. There we go. That's what I want. We'll make it the gray. We'll do this. There we go. And then I can just reshape it and resize it. But we want that way. But one of the things that I am so it's so irritating with this is the way that she just let him sit there and cry out. That is so creepy.
It's yeah, it's really, really gross. I want to say hello to all the Canadians that we have in our chat, as I am
Yeah.
Canadian as well, and we do have another Canadian mod. So I just want to say we do have some Canadians involved in our lovely band of bandits. So and
Trial junkies. That's what we call ourselves here, trial junkies.
yes. Yes, we are trial junkies, and we are reclaiming the word junkie. Is what I am saying. Craig, I
Right?
don't
How does that
know.
look? Does that look better?
I think so. I think it
Yeah,
does.
I think it does too. What do y'all think?
Yeah, what's
All
up, chat?
Canadian.
What do you think?
Right. Mr. Babamook, welcome. Welcome. Everybody.
So
Oh,
I
yeah.
do not know why the guilty want to represent themselves. We were talking during our members only about this fellow from Canada named Valerie Fabricant, who unfortunately, after his contract was not renewed for teaching at Concordia University, he went and shot 4 of his colleagues, and he had the same sort of issue with continually firing his lawyers, and he went through 10 lawyers before he chose to represent himself. And this was before Sarah Boone, and this was actually in Canada. And this guy is in prison for life. So he was definitely put away. But after all of his appeals were exhausted, the Supreme Court actually declared him a vexatious litigant so that he could not use the legal system anymore, because he was such an awful person, and just he couldn't use the legal system in order to be a reasonable adult. Obviously, he couldn't be a reasonable adult whatsoever anyway, but
That's insane.
so yeah, just
it.
a little known case from Canada before all this happened, and this was back in, I think, the 90s at Concordia University.
It's insane what people get away with, try to get away with. And she's just been a witch of a client, and I would pay to see uncivil law represent her. I'd send them $100 for it.
You know what? That may be the only time in which I said that meant money. Excuse me for saying something poor.
No, for the new members here or people, I have a coffee pot right off screen. So,
Yes, we really enjoy our warm beverages, and we really enjoy caffeination here. So just let Ada do her thing for one moment. Oh, Wit, thank you for subscribing.
yes, I used to have the Keurig right on my desk, but the problem with that was, do you know how they get the little splashies when you
Yeah.
run your coffee? And it was getting on I have a mouse that is highly, 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 highly expensive. I don't know if you guys have seen these. If you're gamers, creators, this here is called the Tourbox Elite, and you program all these buttons.
Mhm.
So this will be left and right. This can be, so for me, copy and paste is these two and these two. And so I get to, but it was getting splashed on, and it was like, can't do that. So I had to move
Yeah,
it.
that's no good. Fubar, it's 1:20 a.m. in Australia. Gonna try and get some sleep. Oh, thank you for being up with us, though. We really appreciate the fact that you tried to stay up with us for this hearing that is not happening.
Fubar, I thank you very much. You are awesome. And I really appreciate anybody who stays up late to watch us. So with that, have a great night rest, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah,
Hope you
Fubar, if you're still here, tell us where you're from in Australia. But otherwise, good night. Sorry we're keeping you up.
Nighty, night, nighty, night, nighty, good night. And man, I pushed the wrong button, and this coffee is so full. By the time I get the creamer in it,
Oh. Fubar's from Tasmania. So Fubar is from Tasmania. So
oh wow.
Yeah.
Snap.
Tasmania is a bit more off the beaten path in terms of kind of wild terrain.
I think I like him termed a little more like that.
I think I do too.
I don't think it blocks her face as much. Okay.
I think I like that.
I think we're just going to do that. Now, one thing I have learned, y'all, if you were doing this, I am now starting to put
Island of Australia. Hannah Gadsby is from Tasmania, isn't she? I believe. But either way, yeah, it's an island that has. I've just heard it's like a more rural part of Australia that's an island, and I've just heard it's kind of like more of the boonies, but because I'm in the boonies of Canada, that's what other people have said to me in terms of Australians who are here and tell me kind of things like that. So anyways, Fubar, thanks. Wow. Tasmania. I'm really impressed. Where the Tasmanian devils live.
My grandmother, I was so offended. She named me Little Tasmanian. So she called
Really?
me. Should I put that on the zipper or more right here? I think I'll put it right there.
Right.
I need to put that so people know that we're interpreting the case.
I think the two adjustments with the kind of gray graphite in the suitcase and then his head kind of tilted upwards made a big difference.
Mm.
So
Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to get.
You're in Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia. I'm in northern British Columbia. So I am on the other side of the country, but I have family in Nova Scotia, and I'm very Scottish. So
Well, y'all, I was in Texas.
mm-hmm.
Oh, everybody, yeah. There's a guy that was from Japan, China area, and I make these. See the beadwork,
Beautiful. Mm-hmm.
and then of course, and then the feather is beaded as well. And he used to come on every time, and he goes, "Where's the hat?" And I had to put the hat on for him, and of course, extend the accent. So I decided to hang it on the wall close to me because you never knew when he was going to show up. It was
Hey,
such a
check that out. You have a message. I don't. Is this a friend of yours?
What?
This guy, Thal. Do we know this person? Just
Okay.
have we met this person before?
No.
Lies. What are we talking about? Oh, we're talking about Ada is making this what do you call that? Like a thumbnail, yeah. And we've been talking about a couple of things. We've been talking about Tasmania because one of our viewers from Tasmania just went to bed because it's nearly 2. Was it 1:40 p.m. there? So welcome, Thal. I thought maybe you and Ada were like long lost friends that had an inside joke that I was missing out on. So I apologize.
Girl, don't get me in trouble. No, ma'am.
Yeah, so we are just discussing also where in Canada some of our people are because we have some Canadian friends in our chat and we have some Canadian moderators with us today. And I am also Canadian. As you can see, I am very pale as the pure driven snow, and I don't see a lot of sunshine, so it happens. But yeah, it's fun when you are from a large country and somebody will be like, "Oh, hey, do you know this person?" And I'm like, "Do you understand that my country is the second largest landmass in the world?"
Hey, they do that to us in Texas. They say that to Texas. It's like, y'all.
Oh, okay. So Thal, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but you know everybody on RA's channel, so it's because I'm newer. You are the person who is like the OG, and I'm not the person who understands what's going on. So I apologize. Yeah. Thanks for coming to join us. Thanks for coming to say hello. We were talking about that. We were also talking about how during our members only live stream, somebody came into Ada's son's shop after it had been closed for 4 hours and just waltzed on in while Ada's got like pea shooters around and could totally take somebody down because she's a badass. And so just it was an interesting day.
Oh my gosh, was that an interesting day? That was creepy as hell. Y'all, to have somebody just walk into your place of business like they owned it. I was all like, my girlfriend says, "Have I been on for 2 hours?" Oh, I can't say it yet. Which, please? Which, please? We going with that? Which, please? I was like, dude, you're taking your life in your own hands when you walk into a dark building, no lights on.
In
And
Texas.
like, well, the doors open, your cars are here, and I'm all like, 9:30 at night. This is Texas, y'all. People have not lived long doing less than that. Just saying. But I mean, I've been properly trained, and there's no way I would do anything inappropriate. But oh, speaking of, please let that be a son and not a. Oh, gosh, I'll be back. I need you to keep the.
So Holly, we were talking. Holly and I were talking about where we're from in Canada. We are from two opposite sides of Canada. She's from East Coast. I'm from West Coast. But we are both very Scottish, and it's interesting to know that you are a mod with what was it, the 13th juror, Holly Mack. So that is very cool. Very interesting to know. Thank you for coming to make friends with us. And yeah, lots of Scottish people helped create the country. Most of my ancestors were Métis people that were like fur traders. they were interesting and storied people, far more interesting than I am. But yes, it's your pleasure to be here, but it's our pleasure that you are here as well. C. Morales, thank you for being here. Andrel, thank you for being here. Good morning. I don't know if I said good morning to you. I think I said good morning to Ronnie, but I didn't know if I said good morning to you as well. Of course, I'm learning who Saul is because I am not as important as he is or she is. I'm sorry. With usernames, I can't tell gender, so I apologize. Sometimes I just don't make assumptions. And yeah, I was just really surprised that we had somebody in a Tasmania in our chat until almost 2 a.m. So thank you, everybody, for staying up late with us. Just if you are staying up late with us. That's great.
So sorry. I have one of the other many things I do. I'm a deaf support specialist and an interpreter for the deaf. And I have a client, and she needed assistance. So I came, and I needed to help her.
Okay, that's no problem. Momo Shark, it is not over. We are waiting.
They just show up. Well, they forget. Quit doing that. They forget that I sign, and they don't need to just show up. That I can just video call me. But
Yes.
sweetheart, she's trying to get her birth certificate, and in Texas, it's not the easiest thing to do. And so she's got to drive all the way back to Colorado to get her birth certificate for her, because she's got to renew her driver's license.
Oh dear Lord, really? That's quite something.
Grandfather, dad's side came here in the Scottish clans.
We're talking about our lineage, because we're talking about how Canada was kind of created, how people. You know what? I don't have a channel that I stream on because this is the first day that I'm streaming that isn't on private live. Do you guys want me to be streaming on a private channel or on a separate channel at some point where I come and
I will help you get
say hello? I can just come, and Ada and I can do things together.
Do we want a caution border? No, it won't size right.
Boo channel. Okay. Yeah, no worries.
But guys, I invite her to come on. And she's a mod for me. Isn't that awesome? She's awesome.
Mhm.
Love
Mhm.
her. But yes, I think she would be good.
Yeah, I'm just here for the tea, the spice, the spiciness, all of the good court drama, and learning some
How
stuff.
about that, y'all? What do you think? I like the punch of yellow. Good idea. Who gave me that idea? Is that Craig? Is that how that? I don't have my glasses on. What do you think, my dear?
That's great. And Craig, yellow caution tape, wonderful idea. Beautiful idea.
Super.
And Paul, if you're demanding a sneak channel from your Kanukistan neighbors,
But it's hard.
is that did I say that correctly? Kanukistanian neighbors. I'm sorry. Sometimes I miss syllables, but I'll consider it. If you're gonna be one of my subscribers, Thal, then I definitely will consider it.
I need your opinion, my love. Yeah.
Holly says move the
Exactly.
American Sign Language under the blue to make it a bigger. Okay.
I like the caution, so I got to move things around.
Mm-hmm.
I got to kind of move things a little bit. I don't
everybody.
I don't mind it impeding the zipper, but I don't want the bottom of the zipper to disappear. I am going to do this, and what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to align all this.
I'm really enjoying other people's suggestions for elements for this thumbnail. Like it's interesting what other people think of, just because more heads put together is sometimes a wonderful thing.
I sometimes get creative blocked, and
Me too.
So this is good, and I think what I'm going to do is just leave that space by the zipper.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying.
I think it's too small for something to come through on a thumbnail, but I think with the ASL there makes a lot of sense. Oh, Whit is subscribed from Boston.
A little more control, and I don't have as much control with this program. I'm also buying a pin mouse. I've had them before. Mine no longer with us. So, yeah. So I'm in the process of getting one of those. That's not what I want to do.
Thank you for subscribing from Boston, Whit.
Yes.
We're really happy that you found us. I don't know if you came from the Broken Baker raid a little bit earlier today, but Broken Baker came and raided us with like a couple hundred people, which was lovely.
Awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah, so thank you to Broken Baker and all the lovely people that hang out with Broken Baker.
The occupancy of the Sarah Boone. I don't think I want to. If I change the occupancy, where there it is.
So Holly, I'm sorry I didn't go back and say anything about this, but you said that your grandfather came during the Scottish clearances, and that your mom's dad was a British home child who was sent to Canada from England at 10 years old with 2 younger siblings. Yeah, wow. Like it's so interesting how people got here. It's
so what do you think about that? It makes it look like she's a part of the fabric.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I did have the fabric all black behind them. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Do Do you like it better with the fabric and color or all black?
Can I see it with black?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask me that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm being difficult.
Well, the problem is I will have to.
Oh, better with color, I think. Would it be better with it?
Actually, when I'm looking on here, it's a small image. I think
Is
the
it better
black
with?
is better. It pops.
Okay, because it pops. Okay, well that's perfect then.
So I don't
did
need
exactly what it
layer.
needs to do.
I'm deleting this layer. I don't need it.
Oh, Saul. Oh, dear Lord.
What? What, dear Lord?
He said that Saul said you could go slightly morbid direction and have a hand limply hanging out of a zipper.
Oh.
We're not quite going in that direction. We're trying to be a little bit dignified towards the family, but it's been. I think that you and Jules would enjoy each other's.
Oh, I can easily go morbid, y'all. Don't you worry about that.
Oh yeah, no. I think it's just a bit early. Sorry, excuse me. It's early for me because it's still before 9 a.m. in my neck of the woods.
Right, but I am trying very hard to keep some respect for the family because the family is going to be seeing all of these. You know, they're going to see this stuff, and as much as I would love, I could go real morbid, y'all. Ooh, child, I could go morbid. You don't want me going that morbid. I got to be honest. You really don't. Okay. That works. But I'm going to come just a hair.
Okay.
I want to impede this just more. Not much.
Images by Yvonne says Ada decrease opacity of Sarah just a little.
I will now that we've got it on black and white, but I'm going to do a trick here because I want the zipper on top of the caution. So I'm going to do this. What do y'all think about? And then I'm going to copy and paste the caution tape, and then I'm going to. I got him big in this. It's too small.
Okay.
Okay. And then let's go to her and make her.
So I guess we may be able to go dark with it because it's past 2 hours on the live stream. So, you know, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah. Camilla says hearing was concluded. Court TV is waiting for it to be transmitted to them. Watching TV. I'm trying to just see when this is gonna pop up here. If anybody does find Sarah Boone hearing link before I do, just pop it in the chat, please. But otherwise, we'll get this thing started momentarily.
I'm liking this. What do y'all think? Anything else? I got to fix the ASL sign. That I know. I'm going
like
there
it.
now. No, I like that where that was. Stop it. Just stop it. No. Okay, what do y'all think? I think I'm done. What's your thoughts?
I like it.
Do you know what? It's really interesting. It's not easy to add all these elements and get the layering effects going. So I think I'm happy with that. We're going to share it. We're downloading it. Oh, y'all are so
Everybody,
awesome. Thank you, Anne. Hi, Jules. Oh, I'm
all
sorry.
the live
I've been
streams I'm seeing are still kind of hopping feeds and stuff. Like nobody's got when they're still watching interview videos and things like that.
your message,
So
Jules. We're all upset. Why did they not do it live, Jules? This is like they have everything else.
maybe they expected fireworks from her and didn't want it to be live.
Please.
I don't know.
Please. They
Good morning,
want
Britta, Lisa.
Oh my gosh, they'd like the fireworks from her.
I'm saying good morning. It might be afternoon to you or just about afternoon, so I'm sorry for all those on the east that I'm saying. Good morning.
day,
It's nearly
everybody.
afternoon. Good day, all.
Oh, I don't even need this one. I'll delete it. It makes it easier. I'm sitting here trying to figure out my layers because I don't like to have a whole lot of layers laying around. I don't know how else to say that without sounding kind of weird. I don't like a lot of layers laying around. Got it. Oh, perfect. I don't have anything peeking out. I'm happy. We're saving. So, hurricane in Florida. I used to be a WIT. I was a Red Cross volunteer for 15 years. 15 years. And I'm going to go ahead and remove that and embiggen us both. There we are. I'm going to put this back in front of me. Oh, I don't like having it off to the side because I don't know where I'm looking. I dealt with a lot of hurricanes. I was in every hurricane between Katrina and Hurricane Harvey. And my job was to work with all the disabled people. I did shelter management, but I've done a lot of transporting. You remember when not Katrina Harvey, they transported buses of over 900 people. And one of my jobs was to help with that. Swallowed wrong. And so anyway, I have a ton of experience with hurricanes. Fire. I'm a firefighter.
Ada, you are so many things. That is fascinating.
I'm old. I've done a lot. What can I say?
You're not old. Dear Lord.
I'm old. I'm old, almost old enough to be some of y'all's grandmother, i.e. Braxton.
So when I was in my
How early everybody started.
When I was about 20, I think I started working in a renal clinic. And so for kidney failure and things like that, and especially with like an older generation, if you're in your 60s and 70s, you're considered young. So I was like, yeah, 60s, 70s, considered young. So I have a different view on things, Ada.
Oh my gosh, you were too kind. You are too kind.
And I was
the thumbnail.
I was telling you and Braxton about just like you guys are a very cute pairing, and one of my best friends, Sandy.
Oh my God, that is so cute pairing.
Well, no, it's just like you guys are like really good friends, and it's
jive well.
It's like you jive well, except for sometimes people may look at it and it's like an odd pairing. Like I call it an animal odd couple because it's cute and it's funny, and you're like, I know it may sound bad, and I will stop saying it if it sounds awful and you don't like it.
We're the Odd Couple, the TV show.
But it's just like you see an animal odd couple like having fun and doing whatever they're doing, just hanging out. Excuse me. And you're like, okay, they're just having the best time ever. And it just makes sense when you see it. But my friend Sandy is my dad's age. And when I'm talking about Sandy, Sandy could probably have been your mom if she was crazy in her early teenage years, Ada. So I'm just saying.
Actually,
one of my best friends is like you're considered to one of my best friends.
that is so cute. I like the way you said that. Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
And like
So funny.
Sandy and she and I are considered like a weird pairing, but we make sense. It's fun.
Oh my gosh, y'all are hysterical. Okay, I just put the thumbnail up so when people pop on, when they go,
Perfect, everyone.
check it and see how it looks. Well, it's not showing up yet. Let's see.
Oh, Fubar is listening. I'm so sorry. Fubar was listening while is listening while trying to sleep, and Fubar is also a fellow firefighter.
Ooh, paid or volunteer?
Well, and being a firefighter in Tasmania would be no joke.
Well, this chick has rappelled out of a helicopter into a wildland fire once. I don't do building.
Badass.
Part of it is because I can't hear. I'm now deaf as a board. Number two, I'm claustrophobic. As soon as what bothers me about we call it the scuba gear, the mask and all that. I got a boo. The mask and all that is what bothers me is the fact that you can't see. You cannot see through them very well. And when I can't see, I get real claustrophobic. And I just don't do anything tight on my face like that. I tried it. If I could go in without that, I'd be fine. But you got to have your oxygen, so can't do that.
Yeah.
But I do wildland. That is my. Oh, did I miss somebody?
Well, thank you to the firefighters that are in our chat. And I just wanted to say we have very bad firefighters in Canada right now, as we do in the States and all over the world. But in Alberta, just a province over, we lost a 24-year-old firefighter, and they just did a funeral procession for him yesterday. So I would just like to say a thank you to James Eastham and his family, as he was 24 and he had a lot of potential and a lot of life to live. So a thank you to all of our first responders and people who go in running towards something when everybody goes running away.
It does take a special person to do that. It does take a special person to do that. Definitely does. Do you know what I forgot to do today? Birthdays. So if it is a birthday, if anybody who has a birthday coming up, or today, or had one this weekend, let me know. I only have 5 birthdays to announce today. But if you had a birthday or someone has a birthday, throw them up there real quick before I get going. Oh, Zach, thank you so much. Happy Monday.
Thank you,
It's
Jen.
rubbing off with a bang, that's for sure. But let's get the birthdays going. Why don't
Diane said that Out and About with Diane just said they sent all of their firefighters over to Australia. Diane, where are you from? I'm very interested. People are from all over the world with us, so
if
it's quite
I was
interesting.
younger, I would love to be a jump team going all over the world. But this chick is old. I'm over the 50 mark. I haven't gotten the gray cane, but I'm up there. I'm also an emergency services chaplain. In fact, that's my ministry. And I do a lot of notification next of kins, and I'm on a lot of gory scenes. So it is what it is. Okay, happy birthdays.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to Stuart, Sandra, Jet, Meredith, and Evra. Y'all have a fabulous birthday. We bless you for another year. We hope that today, or at least this weekend, you celebrated and it was a good one. And blessings, blessings, blessings. Guess what?
What's that?
I may have something. Just hopped on. Let me play it. We'll all listen together. I'll pause it. I know. I got to get it on. It's running off before I can get it where I want it. It ain't cooperating.
Her trial is our top story this morning. A Florida judge is going to call in the pro se defendant, Sarah Boone, to address motions that she filed asking for help with her case from standby counsel and asking for help funding her defense. So before we talk more about that, let's get you caught up on the background of the case. Here's Court TV lead anchor Vinnie Paulton.
911, what is the location of the emergency?
It's Monday, February 24th. There's a crisis at the home of Sarah Boone, prompting her to call 911.
Is this a police or medical?
My boyfriend is dead.
Okay, send a line for the fire department. Do not hang up.
The fire department takes over the call, and for the next few minutes, officials are obtaining critical details about what happened.
No, tell me exactly what happened there.
My boyfriend and I were playing last night, and I put him in a suitcase and we were playing. And it's like kind of hide and seek kind of thing. So I fell asleep, and I woke up, and he was dead in the suitcase, so I don't know what happened.
Okay, he'd be hanging from somewhere or what, ma'am?
No, I pulled him out of the suitcase. I tried giving him CPR.
Fire and rescue instruct Boone on how to give chest compressions.
Just keep on pumping. That's all you need to do for me. Keep on pumping his chest for me. I don't need you to stop and talk or anything. I just want you to count out loud for me, okay?
31, 32. Please hurry.
Okay, ma'am, they're getting there as fast as they can, okay?
He's stiff and he's purple.
EMS arrived within minutes and advised Boone that her boyfriend, Jorge Torres, had been down too long and there was nothing more they could do. Boone explained she and Torres were drinking the night before and thought it would be funny if he got inside of a suitcase for a game of hide and seek. The next day, deputies returned and arrested Boone and charged her with second-degree murder in Torres's death. Boone's story about a childhood game gone awry unraveled when investigators say they found video on her cell phone showing Boone taunting and laughing at Torres while he was struggling to get out of the suitcase.
I can't breathe, babe.
Oh, that's what I feel like when you chewing on me.
Sarah, I
You.
can't breathe, Sarah.
Yeah. You should probably shut the
When police questioned Boone the next morning, she seemed to have no memory of that happening.
I fell asleep, so I don't know if he suffocated or if I had an aneurysm or a heart attack or what.
Boone told investigators she only realized her boyfriend was still in the suitcase when she woke up. Still, investigators say her actions add up to murder. Sarah Boone has pleaded not guilty and maintains her innocence.
Such a bizarre case. Joining us now with more information on Sarah Boone's latest filings as a pro se defendant, Court TV legal correspondent Kelly Craft is with us here in studio. Kelly, what can you tell us about these latest motions from the woman who's representing herself?
Yeah, hey there, Julia. Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. Just such a bizarre story, as you said. So Sarah Boone, she is no stranger to filing so many motions in her court case. This is ahead of her October trial, and the judges said this is going to go to trial in October no matter what. So Sarah Boone, as you just heard Vinny talk about, she's the woman charged with second-degree murder in the 2020 death of her then boyfriend, Jorge Torres. So these are the handwritten motions. They are long, as I mentioned, handwritten, and they talk about the fact that she needs standby counsel, for instance, because she's not a trained attorney. She doesn't really know anything about the law, and that she doesn't have access to the internet. She only can use a payphone for about 15 minutes a day for each call that she has to make. She has really no access to computers, printers, anything that a normal attorney would have. So she said she's really at a disadvantage here. So another motion is this motion for the reservation of costs to hire an investigator as well as an expert witness for her trial. And as I was mentioning, her boyfriend, Jorge Torres, he died after Boone told authorities that she locked him in this suitcase during an alleged game of drunken hide and seek. And she did tell deputies that she passed out and awoke to him being unresponsive. So she has gone through several court-appointed attorneys to date, and at least she did hire one private attorney, and most of these attorneys have asked to withdraw due to irreconcilable differences. One saying that Boone walked out on her twice after she spent nearly 20 hours with her. Boone has accused her prior attorneys of not working with her, not being available, lying to her, and not having evidence available. So, Julia, today in court, what we expect to see, well, one thing I do want to mention is this Justice Administrative Commission here in Florida. So they actually took a look at these motions that she filed, and they put out kind of a preliminary ruling saying that it looks like she shouldn't get access to counsel, but you can take a look and see what they have. They're saying that as for the appointment of standby counsel, the court entered an order on June 28, 2024, finding that the defendant waived her right to court-appointed counsel through her conduct in this matter. Thus, the court has already ruled on this issue of appointed counsel. So during this hearing today, Julia, we do expect to hear from the judge, hear what he has to say on this. But as the commission is saying here, she's been through so many counsels already, waiving her right, not being happy with attorneys. And now we're in a situation where judge is saying October, we want this case to go to trial, and she's going to have to figure it out. But it will be interesting to see what he says during these hearings today.
Oh, it will be. She almost seems delusional because she is not giving up on this request for counsel, but she's getting close to trial. That's what she needs to be focusing on. Let's get some perspective from our criminal defense attorney and law professor Don Malarczyk, who is joining us. Don, I want to get you to weigh in and see if it's possible that the judge could give her an ultimatum. Could the judge say, you can have one more attorney, but if you get rid of this attorney, then that's it. We're still going to trial. Do you think that's possible?
Julia, I do think it's possible. What is important here is the word standby counsel, which is different than appointed counsel who's going to be doing the work, asking the questions, doing cross-examination, entering exhibits, making objections. Standby counsel is different. Standby counsel is really what it sounds like. You're literally there in the courtroom waiting for the defendant who's pro se to ask you some questions during a break or during in between cross-examination. The defendant may have some questions. They have a right to consult with counsel, but that attorney is literally just standing by. He or she is not asking questions. They don't have an active role in the trial. They're there to help advise a pro se defendant on legal issues that come up, obviously, every day during a trial. And I think she has that unfettered right to stand by counsel, which is different than everybody that she's had so far who's tried to represent her. And that's obviously resulted in a disaster. She's not happy with any of those attorneys.
Oh, yeah, disaster is the key word there. And I've seen that before, Don, where there's been a standby counsel, and actually at the certain point in the trial, the standby counsel became the attorney for a person who thought they wanted to be pro se. It was different than Sarah Boone's case because this person wanted to represent themselves, and we don't have that with Sarah Boone. Let's take a look at some of these motions that, Kelly, you've been drawing out, and we have a bit of one where she's talking about what she's requesting. She wants collaboration, correct understanding, and overall perspective about her extraordinary circumstances. That's why she says she needs counsel. And it says it's rendering her cognitive incapacities. She thinks that that's something that needs to be brought up before the court. Procedural inabilities and extremely limited capabilities altogether as fact. She's mentioning these cognitive deficiencies. Do you see a possibility that she will try to or needs to be reevaluated to see if she is even competent to stand trial on her own?
I don't see that happening. And a lot of the things that she's talking about when we take a look at these motions is just the fact that she's not a trained attorney. And so we see this a lot of times in cases. Defendants said that they want to appear pro se. And then what happens is they get into the court of law and then they don't understand the rules of evidence. And so some things can end up being admitted into a trial that normally, if you had a trained professional, somebody who went to law school, passed the bar, is able to talk about and understands the rule of evidence. And so she's really talking about not having that capacity to be able to do this, and having that standby counsel could help her, guide her. I just have a hard time seeing that the judge is, he may allow this, but he is not happy with Sarah Boone. He's made that very clear time and time again. She has been able to delay going to trial because of her various handwritten motions that, as you can see, are very, very long and detailed, citing a lot of things that necessarily don't need to be cited in these motions. But I don't think the judge is going to be very happy with her today.
Don, do you think she's getting help? What's typical in these situations when we have someone who's behind bars? As Kelly said, she doesn't have access to the internet, she claims, and has a difficulty with these legal issues, but she is writing some very lengthy and detailed handwritten motions.
She is. And, you know, there's a lot of jailhouse lawyers and there's a lot of motions that are floating around, and you can look online to try to find these. And I'm imagining that's what she's doing. It's the worst of all possible situation for someone accused of a serious crime, that they think that they can do this on their own by talking to jailhouse lawyers, by spending 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes in the library every day, by copying, cutting, and pasting motions together. And although they might be lengthy and they might have cites to cases, as we've heard, there's a lot in there that's completely irrelevant and means absolutely nothing. This is a nightmare for the judge, for the prosecution, and ultimately for the jurors if she's going to continue to represent herself.
And we're going to hear from her today, or standing by for that hearing that's going to happen later this hour. Let's take a listen to Sarah Boone and how she comes across to this judge. This is from a prior pretrial hearing.
I am thoroughly confused. Was a notice ever put online for this or mailed to anyone?
Okay.
I don't even know why Mr. Lane is here. I don't know why I'm here.
Well, ma'am, you are now representing yourself, and previously you had requested to appear at every hearing that was held. As you are now representing yourself, the court cannot have any hearings regarding your case without you being here.
Kelly, there's a balance that the judge has to do because there's a constitutional right to counsel. And despite these problems that she's had, the 8 attorneys that she's had so far, this could be an issue on appeal. What do you think?
Possibly. I mean, you would take a look, when we take a look at the appeals, we take a look at the previous history. And there is no question here that the judge has given her so many opportunities to have a counsel that works with her properly. And so that's what the appellate justices would take a look at. This request, though, is different in regard to it being the standby. So I think the judge is really going to put forth a really clean record as to, things to back up what ultimately he decides in this case. Getting her standby counsel, I would assume that we're going to end up seeing the same result if he does appoint standby counsel, which is she's not going to agree with what her standby counsel is saying to her either.
Don, can you weigh in as well? And I want to narrow it to, could she plead something? Is there an option for her to plead insanity in this case? And if she doesn't have a lawyer, she wouldn't be able to perhaps make that determination or even to file the right things to see if that is an option to her. Again, I asked Kelly about being fit to stand trial, and some of these things that we're hearing from her and seeing, there's a possibility. It's been raised on analysis. What do you think about her being in the position of being pro se, but the potential for these other defenses being out there?
It's absolutely a nightmare, and she may have those valid defenses. You know, there were some attorneys who early on said that perhaps this is a case that involves a defense of battered woman's syndrome, and that seems like honestly her best argument and her best defense. But that's a very nuanced claim, a subdivision really of self-defense that requires expert witnesses. It requires testing. It requires reports. There are deadlines when you have to get those reports in. It requires the expert to review all of the evidence, and all of that is difficult, if not impossible, when she's representing herself. So she's just making it incredibly difficult to effectively represent herself and advocate for herself on these various claims that she might have, including insanity, perhaps.
All right, Don Malarczyk, thank you so much for that analysis. Kelly Craft as well for bringing us the very latest.
Okay, so that's that. That'd be that. Thank you, Mr. Babamook. I'm going to... Oh, crap, something's going down. A lot of fire trucks. Can you hear that? Yeah, we've got a lot of fire trucks, and I don't have my fire radio on. I'm off duty. I turned it off. I'm off duty. I want to play this. It's something that just hit Texas. Y'all, this may be a case we follow. So let's kind of watch this and see if this is something we're going to follow.
The portion of a body dismembered.
It was a crime so disturbing, the sheriff of a rural Texas county had trouble even talking about it. A young wife murdered by her new husband just months after they got married. Now that newlywed has learned his fate after admitting to decapitating his wife. We're taking a closer look at this grisly case with Houston criminal defense attorney Anthony Osso. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
Okay, so this case already happened, so I'll watch that later. But I was like, did that just happen? No news, huh? We are still waiting for any... Jimmy Carter hit 100 years old, y'all. President Jimmy Carter is 100 years old. I sat on his lap in the White House when I was taking a tour. My father was military, and we were just adopted. And I was a little towhead, meaning I had white hair. I was 5.5, 6 years old, and I was the size of a 3-year-old. I was real tiny. And I have a twin brother, so that always catches attention. And he was walking through the White House, saw my father in military, went over to shake his hand and thank him. And he sat down and put me on his lap and took pictures.
Awesome. Sorry.
The lady really lost her mind. Still, they're waiting. His 100th birthday is October 1st. Okay. Well, they're having the celebration now. He may not make it. So
I hope he does.
Guys, come on. I need to find something cool to watch. We need to entertain.
Yes, we do.
Huh?
Yes, we do. I'm sorry I don't have anything entertaining. I know that Jimmy Carter is one of the hardest working former presidents. He's him and his wife have both done a lot of like community outreach in terms of hurricane relief and things like that. Like apparently they've just been working nonstop since he's been out of office. So he's apparently just quietly been doing work.
Yeah, they really have. They have worked so much and so hard.
Yeah.
Hi, baby girl. Come here, my baby, my puppers.
Yes. Let's see.
It hasn't come yet. It's okay. They're in that. Tell Sarah to look. There's a roll of
There's
in.
not. I dug that entire thing.
I'll go look. I'll go look in a second. Thank you. But a lot of people are going on about the Sarah Boone trial right now. I mean, not Sarah Boone, Ashley Benefield's trial. But do you know what I might do if it's okay with you guys? I need to find it, and maybe you can find it. I need in the Karen Reed trial. Oh, the wave just hit again. Trump, awful person, wonderful president. I appreciate comments, but we're going to keep it pineapples. What does RA say? Pickles, no politics. Ours is pineapples, no politics. Oh, there you go, baby girl. But what I'm going to say is can you find for me Brian Higgins' testimony? I want to go through it because I want us to do some analysis, because if she does go into trial again, a lot of people don't think he should testify, but he's going to have to testify. And I want to go through and talk about a few things. Did you drink it all? Did you drink it all? Oh, Matthew, can you ask Sarah to get her some water in the front office? Really? Okay. I'll text her because I'm on live. Sarah, can you come here, please? So anyway, I would love to, oh shoot, I didn't mean to add that. I'm going to stop share screen. YouTube. Because I've been all morning. Oh, thank you, Carol. You have been fabulous. I know. AB sentencing is going to be interesting. Hi, Bull Butter. How are you? There we go. Testimony for TV. I think we found it. Because there's something I want. This is interesting. I want to talk about it because he will have to testify again. There's no way that if they have to try her again for any reason whatsoever, they're going to have to test. He's going to have to do it again. I'm trying to figure out which was day 1 at 18.
Zach, love the fact that you're just bringing some love to our show. So just thanks for coming.
Oh, thank you, Zach.
We're just happy. Thank you for respecting our rules so that everybody can feel, like we can all have a good discourse on this channel in our chat. Everybody's respected, everybody's, yada yada. But Zach, you're hilarious. So not needed, super funny. Yes. So Brian Higgins, you said you wanted to watch something over again. I'm wondering what she wants to watch over again because she is talking to somebody currently. And I am going to
do me a favor before we dive into this. I'm going to let you talk for a hot minute. I got to find a stamp because we got a mail off.
Okay.
You know what that means. You know what that means. Okay, I'll be right back.
All right, friends. Anybody have any questions about today, other than the fact that I have no inside stream on the Sarah Boone trial as of right now. If I'm trying to see when Court TV is putting it up, but do. All right. Yes. So anyway, we have had an interesting time this morning, I guess, on the members live stream. What did everybody do this weekend? I decided to mow my lawn and do laundry, you know, all of those things that really terribly interesting people do. Because I'm a person who stays in the background and was not expecting to have fodder to talk about in front of people. In a camera, you know, that stuff, those things in the place that time. Anyway, so yeah, I just want to say thanks, Boobar, for still being here and being with us while you're falling asleep. Thanks for everybody still hanging out with us. And we're back.
Definitely. Thank you guys for hanging out. She's awesome. Y'all give her a round of applause for supporting us. Yes, you did a great job, Sneaky. I appreciate you. I think 17. How many days was he on the stand? Like 6
Wasn't it
3
2?
days? Huh?
Wasn't it 2?
Okay, that's the defensive day, so we don't want that one.
Or was it just one day and then was it morning and afternoon?
Okay, I'm going to make it a little easier and actually go to Court TV because Ryan Higgins' testimony. No, I want YouTube. But there's a lot of interesting things, and some people I really want them to understand. Sarah, baby, I don't know what happened to my roll of stamps. I had a roll of stamps in there, and they just disappeared. So I'll go take care of it. We're TV. We're there.
So Britta saying to all of you who live in Florida, please stay safe. Prayers coming your way. Thank you, Britta, for imparting that to everyone. Please stay safe, everybody. Make sure you're staying aware of what you need to stay aware of in terms of your surroundings. So thank you, everybody, for, you know, wanting to take care of everybody else in the chat. So
if you so I get really irritated, and I'm not trying to be mean, but I do. I get really irritated with the people. I'm trying to see who's working with it. Okay, found it. Who don't leave when they should. They don't understand that it puts people like me in danger to go and get them. So please be smart.
Mm-hmm.
If you're told to evacuate, evacuate. Your life is more important than any possession that you use in the home. The way I see it. Okay, guys. So we're going to watch this a little bit, and we're going to talk about this because there's some interesting things that happened here that I did not get to talk about because it's really hard in the middle of a trial to talk about them because people don't want you to start and stop. So we're going to actually dive into some of his testimony. Okay.
That was a Dodge Ram pickup.
Now, on the way.
Okay, here we go. Okay. That wasn't me, y'all.
Please, Mr. Lally.
Yes, sir. I'm calling Mr. Brian.
Oh, hi, Jules. I didn't see you guys, or I didn't see you come into the chat. I was probably making tea or doing something. Oh, none of your news stations aired it because of the
Tell us what
storm.
the evidence you the court is during the case I'm here should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, I do. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Okay, we're going to pause this for a second because someone sent me a link on the hearing, and I'm going to go ahead and share this. So we had the status hearing today. Nobody knows what it is. Thank you, Indrell, though. I didn't see it. Then trial management conference is on the 24th. And they're still going ahead on the 7th of October. So September 24th is the trial management conference. And then the 7th of October is the trial. Thank you so much for this. I appreciate that. Let's open link. Can I embiggen this for you guys? Share this page. Sometimes I can. Nope. Let me see if I can zoom in. Let me see if I can. It's kind of blurry. I can't do anything about it. Notice comes now the attorney. Complete copy of. I can't read that. We'll have to get another copy. Okay, guys, let's get back to trial. And here we go. I want you to listen to the way he talks from the get-go. Now, as with anybody, oh, thank you, Ronnie. I'll still. What
Anytime you're ready, Mr.
17
Marley.
and 18 or 16?
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Could you please state your name and spell your last name for the jury?
My name is Brian Higgins, Higgins.
And where do you live, sir?
Barnstable County, Massachusetts.
And how long have you lived there?
I've owned that property since approximately 2018.
And do you work, sir?
I do.
What do you do for work?
I'm a special agent with the United States Department of Justice, Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives.
And how long have you been doing that?
ATF.
Just over 15 years.
Now, sir, prior to that, prior to your employment with the ATF, what, if any, other positions, what did you do for work before that?
I was a lieutenant with Cambridge Fire Department.
And how long were you a lieutenant with the Cambridge Fire Department?
I was a lieutenant probably for about 8 years. Total, I was with Cambridge approximately 15 years.
Now, at some point, did you reside in the town of Canton?
I did.
And when was that, sort of what year to what year?
I think that it was shortly after my sister passed away. So it was probably 2017 I purchased that house, and I sold it in January of 2022.
And you recall, was that early January, late January?
On or about January 5th.
And when you sold that property, did you move down to Barnstable County, or did you live somewhere else as well?
For a period of time, I rented an in-law apartment in West Roxbury, and I had my property on Cape Cod as well.
And that in-law property in West Roxbury, that was in 2022 as well?
Yes.
Now, sir, if I could turn your attention to January 28th, 2022 into January 29th of 2022. Do you recall those dates?
Yes.
Do you recall what days of the week those were?
I believe the 28th was Friday and the 29th was Saturday.
If I could take you back just to at least a day or so before that, but specifically the 28th. On the 28th, where were you on that date initially?
New York City.
And why were you in New York City, sir?
I was in New York City for the funeral services of Officer Mora and Rivera, who killed in the line of duty.
And
okay. I need to find this in writing. All right. Ronnie, you sent me the transcript, correct? Because I'm not finding it's Higgins, but I think it's day 2 maybe. Do we have day one? Brian Higgins of Verizon? He's not Verizon. Does Brian Higgins work at a Verizon? That doesn't make sense. Okay, yeah, he does. I thought Brian Higgins worked as an ATF. Okay, yeah, because here's the thing. Let's go back for a few seconds. I'm going to skim back on this because I want you to listen to what he does and how he answers.
As well.
Right now,
Apartment in West Roxbury. It was shortly after my sister passed.
all of his answers have been really short and direct. Okay. Watch for words that are left out and watch on how he's phrasing.
Now, at some point, did you reside in the town of Canton?
I did.
And when was that? Sort of what year to what year?
I think that it was shortly after my sister passed away. So it was probably 2017 I purchased that house, and I sold it in January of 2022.
And you recall, was that early January, late January?
On or about January 5th.
And when you
Okay.
sold that property,
First of all, he knew the date right there, but he didn't say that. What did he say originally? This is called finding a pattern of behavior for deceit. Approximately 15 years, passed away. I sold it January of 22. He knows what date. Why is he not giving the date when that's what he was asked? So that right there is a little, I would call shady. He should have said, I sold it on the 5th of January. So that's a little red flag, but there's more coming up. Watch.
property, did you move down to Barnstable County, or did you live somewhere else as well?
For a period of time, I rented an in-law apartment in West Roxbury, and I had my property on Cape Cod as well.
Okay, very
And
correct.
that
Very
in-law
clean.
property
Keep
in
watching.
West Roxbury, that was in 2022 as well?
Yes.
Now, sir, if I could turn your attention to January 28th, 2022 into January 29th of 2022. Do you recall those dates?
Yes.
Do you recall what days of the week those were?
I believe the 28th was Friday, and the 29th was Saturday.
If I could take you back just to at least a day or
Okay, he used the word I believe. He's distancing himself from the date.
He's social engineering. That's
yeah.
He's using the words very carefully. That's what they call
Very
social
carefully.
engineering.
There's something that's going to become a pattern that most people don't know to look for. And when you don't know to look for it, but when you do, you really start catching the deceit. So let's keep.
for that. On the specifically the 28th. On the 28th, where were you on that date initially?
New York City.
And why were you in New York City, sir?
I was in New York City for the.
Okay, first, when someone repeats a word such as I, that is usually a sign of deceiving, not sharing either all the information or none of the information. Now, he's uncomfortable. He's a little stressed. We get that. He's testifying. He goes for, I was in New York City for, okay? Pay attention to this because this really gets interesting. Ronnie, I'm looking for the actual transcript for this current testimony. Thank you.
Funeral services of Officer Mora and Rivera, who killed in the line of duty.
Okay. What's missing here? I've been working on Karen's security team. Oh, Whit, you've physically been on her security team? You rock. What's missing in this sentence? funeral services of officer. He's distancing again. Most of us would say funeral services for Officer Moa and Rivera, who were killed in the line of duty.
Right.
So his pattern and the way he's forming his words are changing.
He's kind of sounding or teaching or referring to them as objects rather than people.
Exactly.
I didn't necessarily put that together, but hi, Braxton.
Hi, Braxton. So it's, I'm not saying he wasn't there, but he's uncomfortable with the question. Let's keep watching.
And fair to say there was a large contingent of law enforcement there,
Yes.
Including several people from Massachusetts.
Yes.
He's comfortable
And
with the question.
when did you go down to New York City?
I believe it was the 27th.
I believe again. Anybody that starts off with I believe, no. And I can't remember the word we use. I'll look it up. But I believe he knows he went down on the 27th. He knows the dates he went down. But this is, he knows the prosecution and the defense have a timeline to fill. So he is trying to skirt within their timeline. Once again, he's not been in and listening to the other witnesses. So by saying, I believe, it's kind of taking some responsibility off of his testimony. I believe it's possible. It's not as indefinite. It's not as factual.
Of February. Might have been Thursday.
Might have been.
Was there a wake
You
and
know it was Thursday because you just said the 28th was what? A Friday. So why then are you now saying you believe it was Thursday? That to me is very, very, I don't know. It's skirting. To me, that is a little vague and is skirting. Personally, I struggle with some of his testimonies because of the way he's so evasive and the way he is so, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to, hold on a minute. I'm looking something up so I can help explain it a little better because I'm not getting what I'm wanting to get out of my head. I had a very early morning and I'm very tired.
Subterfuge. That's what it is. Subterfuge. It's intentionally making things seem more, less clear than they are.
Right. Well, and he says, I was in New York City for funeral services. Well, that right there is that's just, oh gosh, why am I having a hard time with my words?
Yeah, please look for the word that you were looking for. I'm sorry, I was outside watching my dogs bark at things.
Watching your dogs what?
Bark at things. Well, I ran around and chased them and got them to stop.
I guess he's trying to decide if something is inconsequential or not. That's, I guess, what I'm trying to come up with when he is doing the multiple I was, he's really thinking hard. And that to me is, give me a second, y'all. The coffee hasn't kicked in. Lord have mercy. Help me. Don't you hate it when you get brain cramps? I got a brain cramp.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
that's
I-
right.
yeah.
Indicator of sensitivity. That's the word I'm looking for. It's an indicator of sensitivity.
There was a wake in the funeral.
Oh.
Some people went to the wake, some people went to the funeral. There was services in over those couple of days.
And you went to the funeral on the 28th, is that correct?
Okay, now wait a minute. Now let's look at what he said. He's sitting here saying he's giving all this information that he didn't need to give. He didn't need to give that information at all. That information was not asked for. So when you're asked a question, why did you go to New York City for the funeral of XYZ? What day did you go? 27th, Thursday. He knows it's Thursday the 27th. He doesn't have to believe. He doesn't have to second guess. Thank you, guys. Oh my gosh. They don't care about it, J.O. Yeah. So he is basically, he's really struggling. And so let's keep watching.
Yes.
And at some point, do you make your way from New York City back towards Massachusetts on the 28th?
Yes.
And do you recall about what time of day that was?
Late morning, possibly.
And why is it that you were coming back on the 28th specifically?
The anticipation of a blizzard.
And how did you, you drove, is that correct?
I drove my government vehicle down to New York for the services.
And what kind of government vehicle was it that you drove down and back?
That was a Dodge Ram pickup.
Now, on the way back, who, if anyone, came with you for the ride back from New York City to Massachusetts?
Brian Albert, Kevin Albert, and Eddie Hernandez.
And who are they to you, and what, if any, relationship do they have to your work in law enforcement?
Well,
okay, this is what I wanted to get to. I'll say this. Just going to say this. When you say the word "I believe," basically it's no comment, no commitment to that fact. Meaning, I believe you can't hold me responsible for that comment. You can't, it's basically a reduction of comment. It basically means that this is something that I don't want to be responsible for, so I'm going to say I believe. Instead of nailing it down, if he nails it down and says it was the 27th, then he's nailed his shoe to the floor. But when you say I believe, that gives you a little wiggle room, right? And if this continues, it is a big, strong indicator for deception. And that's a huge issue. Whatever you want. You want my card? Go get it out of the car. Why? Okay, well, we'll go a little bit. Okay. So this is a huge, huge thing for him, and he keeps doing it. And it is, he has the phrase that he just did here about the
8th was Friday,
that
and the
was a
29th
really
was
good
Saturday.
baseline. So you can
If
see,
I could take you back
watch
just
the way he
to a day or so before
got
that.
baseline, and then you got deviation.
Specifically
Yeah.
the 28th. On the 28th, where were you on that date initially?
New York City.
And why were you in New York City, sir?
I was in New York City for the funeral services of Officer Mora and Rivera, who killed in the line of duty.
And fair to say there was a large contingent of law enforcement there,
Yes.
Including several people from Massachusetts.
Yes.
And when
This
did
is
you go down
baseline
to
right
New York
here.
City?
I believe it was the 27th
See?
of February. Might have been Thursday.
So,
What?
Was there a wake and a funeral?
Why
There was
is
a
that
wake and a
something
funeral.
you don't want to be nailed down for when it's evident? People know when the funeral was. So are you doing that because you really didn't go down on the 27th? Would you have gone on the 26th or the 28th in the morning? Why can't you nail this down? Am I making sense, Sneak?
Yeah. Yeah. No, totally.
Some people went to the wake, some people went to the funeral. There was services in over those couple of days.
And you went to the funeral on the 28th, is that correct?
Yes.
And at some point, do you make your way from New York City back towards Massachusetts on the 28th?
Yes.
And do you recall
Look
about
how
what
red
time of
his
day that
face
was?
got.
Late morning, possibly.
And why is it that you were
Late
coming back on the
morning,
28th?
possibly.
The anticipation.
You know. You can't, you may not be able to say, you may not be able to remember if I left at 9 or 9:30, but you know if it was early, mid, or late morning. Possibly is another believe.
Patient of a blizzard.
And how did you, you drove, is that correct?
I drove my government vehicle down to New York for the services.
And what kind of government vehicle was it that you drove down and back?
That was a Dodge Ram pickup.
Very good baseline.
Now, on the way back, who, if anyone, came with you for the ride back from New York City to Massachusetts?
Brian Albert, Kevin Albert, and Eddie Hernandez.
And who are they to you, and what, if any, relationship do they have to your work in law enforcement?
Well, first and foremost, they're all friends. Kevin Albert is a detective with the Canton Police Department. Brian Albert was a sergeant detective with the Boston Police Department. Eddie Hernandez, also a detective with the Boston Police Department.
Very simple, very baseline.
And how long had you known each of these individuals?
So out of the group, Eddie Hernandez would be the person that I knew the longest. I had worked with him back in the early 90s at the Mass General. Then it would probably be Brian Albert. I may have had some contact with him when I was on the Cambridge Fire Department, assigned to the Fire Investigation Unit. And then Kevin Albert would be probably the last in the three that I knew.
What
Now,
do you see there?
Speaking to the
What do
Canton
you
Police
see there
Department
that
at
makes
that
you
time,
go, Probably. Possibly.
I was completely reading the chat, so I was totally not paying attention.
Oh,
You're
that's
gonna
okay.
have to tell me on that
Exactly.
one.
He's using those escape words. I call them escape words.
As far as your assignment went with work, where was it that you worked out
Also,
of, or
his
where
face was getting
sort of
less
your
red, and then it
base
went
of operations?
back up to red again.
Canton PD, I had an
Felt
office
like
there.
And how was it that
somebody
you,
just
came
feel
to have
like
contact?
it looks like somebody's tightening
That
his
relationship
neck, like it's gonna
was through
pop up-
Chief Berkowitz.
pop his head off
Born
or
through a
something.
tragedy. When my sister passed away, we became friends, and he offered up the space because I had also moved there, so it was close. It was a jumping off point.
And were you the only federal agent that had space within the Canton Police Department?
I was the only one that had an office. I believe there was an
All right.
HSI
Whoa, whoa,
agent that
whoa.
might have had some.
I want to go back. Here is a huge catch. Remember I told you when you do I, the more the stress goes up, the more uncomfortable the questions, the more you're trying to manipulate your answer. Watch what he did. Had an office, two eyes. Believe there was an agent might have been, see? Do you see the I? It's going to
Yeah.
keep. And the higher the number, the more deceptive or the
Some
uncomfortable.
access there to come in, hook up his computer and stuff. And there was also an MBTA police detective, transit police detective,
There's no reason
who
to be
also had
uncomfortable.
access
No,
there. But
I-
I was really the only one that maintained a desk, so to speak.
And as far as your work or your familiarity with work, as far as federal law enforcement officers, is that abnormal to have access to a local PD or have an officer desk there?
Objection.
I'll allow it.
No, it's not abnormal to have space within a department that you work closely with.
Okay. You.
Now,
So guess what I'm getting at? It throughout all of his testimony. One time he gets eyes 4 times in a row. When you hear or see anybody doing that, that's deceit. And that's what FBI, body language experts, and all these people look for. The problem is when he starts talking about anything that has to do with O'Keefe or anything that has to do with anybody who was in the house, he does that. What are your thoughts now?
True. And at first, I didn't know if he was stuttering at that juncture because his sister was brought up. Except for the more that I listened to it, the more that I realized that it wasn't because of his sister, I don't believe. It's because of every time his connection back to that office, back to that police precinct is brought up, and you're right, back to those people, back to any sort of favoritism, any sort of relationships that may not appear to be on the up and up or may have some, favoritism, whatever. It's just, you're right, it shows an obvious uncomfortability that is verbally coming out, and
he doesn't even realize it.
Unless he has another problem, unless he has, like, say, a speech impediment, or say autistic people sometimes in times of stress, they sometimes will stutter in terms of trying to get things out, just because they have a hard time. I'm not quite sure that's what that is on him. I don't
when they start with somebody that's testifying, they ask them very basic questions to get a baseline.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and he was flying on the baseline.
So when I'm watching someone testify, a lot of times I'll go back after we get off live. I will go back and rewatch it. I'm looking at the baseline, and you can see baselines. He is, for example, one person in another trial, I can't remember what it is, she did a lot. And people think if you look to the left, you're lying. No, some people are visual, like me. EDB is not visual. She can't visualize something in her brain. So if you're asking me, you witnessed a car accident, correct? Yes. Can you tell me what you saw? I might go, because I'm seeing that film strip play in my brain and I'm recalling it. But that's maybe my baseline. That was hers. And somebody else had a little blink. But when you're asking basic questions, there's no twitch. But the moment you ask questions about the trial, the murder, or the incident, or the uncomfortable questions, you will start seeing it. But some people don't have any physiological, they have verbal. And most people, when you're lying, you talk faster and louder because you're trying to convince.
Yes. And sometimes you bring in unnecessary information.
And look what he was doing. He did this a lot. You asked him, okay, so where did you park your truck? Well, I originally pulled in, and I originally was going to play a joke and go, and I cleared the driveway, which means there's only that much snow. And then I backed up and parked because I didn't want to get blocked in. Well, first of all, that wasn't true, because it's not that he wanted to get blocked in. He said in another place in a transcript where he didn't want to block them out of their parking spot. So it's one of those kind of things that you just kind of go, So just pay attention to not just the body language, but the words. Okay, I have the Office of the Medical Examiner report for George Torres.
Really?
Thank you I gotta look and see who gave it to me.
Anyway, I found Higgins.
Get it.
fascinating. So thanks for bringing that up, Ada. We can talk about Higgins till the cows come home if you want
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, I know. But I just wanted y'all to understand that on the next trial that we're watching, try and pay attention to some of that behavior and the words, because we can go and dissect Ashley Benefield's now. I've done them. Okay. Positional asphyxiation with environmental suffocation of a 42-year-old man. Prolonged confinement, blunt impact. I'm going to have you manage the chat. I got to put this big in on my front of my screen.
Yep.
But y'all can read ahead. I just don't like looking away from you. Blunt impact injuries to torso, continuous contusions, deep muscle constrictions. So all edema, all of this I left. All of this has to do with him being in, and of course, intoxication by ethanol alcohol. Conclusion: in consideration of the circumstances surrounding the death and after examination of the body and review of the toxicology report, it is of my opinion that George Torres, 42-year-old male, died as a result of positional asphyxia with environmental suffocation. Manner of death classified homicide. It was performed in pursuit of Florida statute, on February 25th at 9 a.m. Identification. The body was identified by the Orange County Sheriff Department. Clothing at the time of examination was dressed in a black short sleeve t-shirt, camouflaged cargo shorts worn with a black leather belt and undershorts. The remaining personal effects are inventoried and personally verified. General statement: the body is that of a well-developed, nourished adult male, compatible with the above state and age. At the time of the exam, the body measurement was 62 inches in length and weight 103 pounds. What's 62 inches? 5'2", is that it? Or
62 inches. Did it say 62 inches in waist or in weight?
No, in height.
In height.
60 inches in height.
That's almost
603 pounds. Body mass of 19. He was all lean. He was lean. The body is ambient temperature. Rigor mortis has receded. The liver morphus is fixed. Posterior raises to the level of, okay, basically he's been dead.
Nearly 5'2".
Yeah, nearly 5'2".
Yeah.
External examination. The scalp hair is black, straight. Normal hairline measured about 3 centimeters. Facial hair consistent of black mustache, black beard, which is confined to the chin. Irises are brown. The pupils are equally. Okay. Cornea left. Okay. So he has some hemorrhaging, which is classical of asphyxiation. Left, I can't say that. Sclera has a lateral hemorrhage.
Yeah.
Excuse contains. Yep. The lips have recent injuries, as described below. Neck is symmetrical. Nothing. No masses. Thorax well developed. So basically, scars and tattoos. Okay. Per investigation reports, the defendant had climbed into a suitcase, was subsequently zipped closed. He remained in the suitcase for up to 11 hours or more per report. Additionally, reviews of the cell phone video recording revealed the decedent stating that he was not able to breathe while in suitcase. Blunt impact injuries. The lateral aspect of the left upper eyelid has a dark purple blue and is associated with a small amount. Basically a bruise. The surface of the lower lip has a few contusions and lacerations. So it may have been from the zipper and him trying to get air. Temporal region of the scalp hemorrhage. A lot of this has to do with suffocation and confinement because you're pressing up against for a long period of time. The face near the corner of the mouth is a crescent-shaped red-purple. That could have been like a part of the zipper or the inside, like the rivets or anything inside that suitcase. When you're in that situation, will leave marks, especially after 11 hours.
It says ecchymosis and edema, so you're right. He was pushed right up against something like
he squeezed
awful metal, one of the hardware pieces.
And I'm claustrophobic. Oh my gosh, y'all.
That would be awful.
Holy crap, no way.
Ugh.
No way.
Yeah.
A lot of people are on right now and on different. I'm just trying to see if anybody's got new. Recovery addict, are you still on your road trip? He's still got his thing going on the road trip. So anyway, I'm just clearing out all the Discord stuff so I can quit getting the reminder alerts. Okay, get back in my Discord. The mid upper back has series of
obliquely oriented linear abrasions.
I can read it. It's just pronouncing it with the dyslexia. Each with a width of no. Okay, the abrasions consist. I don't want to read. We don't have to read every. These are just probably abrasions from him wiggling and trying to get out. Hemosis overlying the metacarpal second digit. So he's got a lot of things that would consist with him being confined and him trying to bust, wiggle, move about. And the suitcase material is a coarse weave material, which will cause the internal exam, basically the wide shape incision, the typical stuff, cardiovascular system. The aorta has a few cholesterol streaks, no big deal, nothing there. Pulmonary trunk and pulmonary arteries are large vessels are not distended and containing. So basically, he's for his age. He's got a good
lean gut.
weight. All this stuff. I'm not going to read every word. I'm looking for anything. Arteries are normal. I'm not a doctor, but I have some. But what I'm looking for, the respiratory system. Here we go. The upper and lower airways of the patients are lined with a clear mucus. Dissolved bronchial trees contain small amount of froth. Oh man, yellow reddish smooth. Wait. Yep. So I'm not going to go through everything because a lot of this is normal, but the biggest thing in all of this was he was murdered. This is the toxicology report. Ethanol was 0.01.
That's not much. Otherwise healthy man. That was not
otherwise
really
very. Amphetamines 1.1, barbiturates 0.1, cannabinoids, cocaine. He had a bunch of drugs in his system.
Okay, so negative. Habitual sort of.
So he didn't have a bunch of drugs in his system.
Wait, actually, go back up. Some of those drugs don't hang out in your system very long. Wait, it all says negative, right? Negative? It's all nominal.
So this here is the marker.
All nominal values. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, but they say negative, so he didn't have it.
Okay.
Alcohol detected. Ethanol. That's the only number. It's darker. It's highlighted. Sodium.
Urea. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much for that. Wow, so that was insightful.
So his urea was high, which means his kidneys may not have been working, but that could have been because he was stuffed into a fucking
Dehydration. Hello, the Saints Gnome One. How are you? You say, I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you. So
and the Saints number 1 up above was saying that she's from the UK, I believe. So
welcome from the UK.
Yes, I'm going up, but I think she was saying she was from London. So yeah. Thanks, Sarah, for joining us.
Thank you so very, very much. We appreciate you. Okay, guys, we've been on for 3.5 hours. We are not going to have anything trail-wise today. I need to go get lunch. I need to mail rent. Life. We got to do life. But if anything happens, we'll hop back on. If we have or find any kind of video, audio, documentations. Let's see. Runkle came on. What is he doing? He's doing a Monday Law Fun Day in 7 hours.
Yeah, because he does this Monday night, every Monday
Yeah,
night.
I might see if I can interpret that tonight. We'll see. But
that would be really good, actually.
I got to have my brain in a better place before I do that, though.
Yeah,
my brain is not engaged right now. I'm really struggling, and that's the lack of sleep. But
if you're feeling up for it later, give me a shout, and I'll help you.
Run it while I'm interpreting it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But only if you're up for it, because I know. Yeah.
I want to thank everybody that hopped over from Broken Baker's stream. Y'all are awesome. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Please, guys, we have just launched memberships. Please join. We have also, if you haven't subscribed, I am having a Starbucks giveaway for this week. Broken Baker's, I got to get a hold of her. She won the last one. His partner in crime won the last giveaway, so I got to get a hold of her. So I've been on 7:45 my time, so I'm gonna call it.
I just want to show you this. He just wants to say thank you for the stream. So thank you for being up for the stream.
You are welcome. We appreciate all of you. You guys are awesome, and we enjoy it, and we do it for you. So show some love. We will see you. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Just keep an eye out. I always pre-post my lives, so if I know I'm going to go live at any time, I'll get it up, and that way y'all are alerted. Don't forget to click the bell, because that will let you know I'm live, and that way you don't miss it. Oh, Wit, thank you so much.
Oh, Karen Reed
is heading Friday.
Yep. Wit, thank you.
It's Friday. We will be doing that. I'm not missing
Wit, that. You're a friend of the channel, so reach out to us if you ever want to talk to us, or if you're
definitely a Wit. I'd love to have you as a guest. Also, I am not going to miss.
We know you can't really talk to us, but just saying, we appreciate you coming to say hi to us. So.
The Hannah Gutierrez, we are not going to miss that. Absolutely not going to miss that hearing when they have that, because oh my gosh, it's going to be hot.
Spicy.
Oh,
they were saying that she's got the best shot at a dismissal, because that judge has the most smoke for Morrissey. Right?
Well, you know what? Maybe tomorrow's live, we go over some of the documents and talk about this. We'll do that. I'll set it up for tomorrow.
Anyway,
but we ain't getting on it 7:30 in the morning.
No, but it's been great, everyone. Thank you so much. It's a really positive community here. So we appreciate you being part of it.
Well, thank you guys. All right, Miss Neek, I'm going to let you go, and I will chat with you later. Thanks so much for all your help. You are awesome. Okay, guys. So, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. With that, I'm going to say my farewells, and I'm going to go do what I got to do, and we'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. I hope you have an awesome day. Till next time, take care.